Wargames continue to evolve, offering players deeper strategy and historical detail than ever before. From World War battles to modern and hypothetical conflicts, these 20 new and upcoming titles promise fresh challenges for fans of realistic military strategy. So let's get into it. SGS Sealion is a turn-based grand strategy wargame that imagines what might happen if Nazi Germany had invaded Britain in 1940. Built on the SGS engine, it blends air, naval, and ground operations to recreate the complexities of an amphibious assault. You can lead either the invading German forces or the British defenders fighting to hold their ground. The game unfolds on an operational hex map with each tile representing 3 miles. Turns span 1 to 3 days and you need to operate at division, regiment, and battalion levels reflecting the scale of the campaign. Each side has unique advantages and challenges. Germany enjoys air superiority and experienced troops, but faces naval weakness and time pressure. Britain relies on its strong navy and fortified defenses to withstand the assault. With multiple scenarios, even cards, and adjustable difficulty, SGS Sealion offers a rare and challenging what-if World War II experience for dedicated wargamers. Combat mission to Barbarossa to Berlin takes you deep into the Eastern Front of World War II, covering the brutal conflict between Nazi Germany and the Soviet Union from 1941 to 1945. The game features over 125 historical scenarios, a mix of turn-based and real-time mechanics, and more than 300 vehicles and 600 infantry types across 7 nations. With its detailed tactical gameplay and fully featured scenario editor, it remains a standout wargame classic for strategy enthusiasts. I don't have video footage for this one, but it's definitely worth mentioning. Commander Europe at War is a fast, accessible turn-based grand strategy game that lets you lead either Axis or Allied forces across the entire European theater. Its hex-based map stretches from North Africa to Russia, offering a broad strategic experience. Combat is straightforward yet rewarding, with naval, air, and land forces all playing key roles. Whether you're a newcomer or a seasoned wargamer, Commander delivers quick, satisfying campaigns packed with classic wargame charm. Originally released in 2021 and now arriving on Steam, WEGO World War II Stalingrad brings a fresh take on operational-level wargaming set during Germany's advance toward the Volga. The game uses a unique WEGO system. Instead of the usual I go, you go format, both sides plan their moves simultaneously, then watch them unfold together. Every decision matters as you anticipate enemy actions and manage the fog of war. It features 2 map scales, operational maps at 2.5 km per hex and tactical maps at 500 meters per hex, giving players both a broad and detailed view of the battlefield. With scenario and campaign editors, multiplayer support, and improved UI over its predecessor Desert War, WEGO Stalingrad offers an accessible but deep wargaming experience for both newcomers and veterans.
Ad hoc attacks, like meeting engagements, ambushes, and overruns. In a WEGO game, both players plan their moves separately and then
step into the intense battlefields of Frontline Assault Corps World War II. This fast-paced, hex-based strategy game puts you in command of iconic Allied, Axis, or Soviet forces across 48 historically inspired maps. Powered by the new Frontline Engine 2.0, it features over 200 unique units, dynamic combat, fog of war, and level-up abilities that make every decision critical. Launch offensives, defend key position, or execute amphibious strike in scenarios that test your strategic skill. With intuitive controls, HD graphics, and immersive gameplay, both veterans and newcomers can experience the drama and strategy of history. Are you ready to take command? Maestro's Cold War II is a grand strategy game where you can rewrite history as either the US or the USSR, lead the nation through diplomacy, covert operation, and ideological battles across the globe. While the US enjoys a wealth of options and flexibility, the Soviet campaigns currently feels restricted, with limited early tools and fewer paths to influence global events. Despite this imbalance, the game offers a compelling sandbox for strategic decision-making. With future updates introducing unique Soviet actions and branching reform paths, it could become a deep, alternate history experience. Consort of Europe DLC for Strategy Command American Civil War takes you to Europe from 1848 to 1878, a time of revolutions, wars, and rising nationalism. Command iconic leaders like Napoleon III, Giuseppe Garibaldi, and Otto von Bismarck across 5 epic campaigns, from the frozen steppes of Crimea to Italy's Sun Hills and the Balkan Front. Lead armies, forge alliances, and deploy famous units such as Garibaldi's Red Shirt, Ottoman Bajibazog, and Crimean Tatars. Every battle and diplomatic decision can reshape the continent, making this expansion a thrilling test of strategic skill and an era where every move changes history. Lines of Battle is a deep and surprisingly accessible wargame that brings the chaos of historical combat to your screen. Built on a passion for history, it lets you command divisions and corps across northern Italy, Central Europe, and the Russian steppe using the innovative WEGO turn system for simultaneous strategy and real-time results. The game features a rich roster of historical units, from lancers and Grand Infantry to Russian Leopard artillery, with live and correspondence play, ranked and unranked modes, and strong community support. Lines of Battle is both a serious tactical challenge and a welcoming entry point for new strategy fans. Carthage, Bellum, Punicum began as a mobile strategy game, letting players lead Hannibal Barca through the epic battles of the Second Punic War. On Android, you could command troops in historical clashes like Cannae, Trivia, and Trasimene, manage supply lines, recruit mercenaries, and experiment with custom and marathon battles. Its real-time messenger system and dynamic events made each campaign feel alive, earning praise from history and strategy fans alike. Now, the PC version elevates the experience to a whole new level. With detailed, historically accurate maps, enhanced battlefield dynamics, and a smarter, adaptive AI, every decision carries weight. Command armies across mountains, rivers, and plains, manage morale and stamina, and navigate dynamic events that shape Hannibal's legendary campaign. Whether facing Romans, Iberians, or Gauls, the PC version blends the accessibility of the mobile game with deeper tactical complexity, creating a must-play for any strategy enthusiast. Harpoon Classic 97 is a remarkable throwback for fans of modern naval warfare, capturing the depth and tension of commanding fleets across icy seas. Though rooted in the 1990s, it remains surprisingly playable with over 250 scenarios, submarines, ships, and aircraft across multiple theaters. The interface may feel dated, but its modular workspace and clear in-manual tutorial make it approachable while still rewarding strategic thinking. You will need patience and planning to track enemy movements and execute precise strike, and the old-school mechanics give it a unique charm. While it's unfortunate the more modern editions aren't available, this version still delivers a nuanced, challenging experience that honors decades of naval strategy gaming. Must try for history and tactics enthusiasts willing to embrace its retro style. Panzer Strike brings classic World War II RTS gameplay into the modern era, focusing on strategy over base building. Command German or Soviet forces across massive maps, deploying more than 40 types of realistic units with detailed armor and damage mechanics. Missions are non-linear, letting you experiment with tactics, ambushes, and long-range firepower. While it draws comparison to Sudden Strike 2, its emphasis on precise unit control and battlefield realism gives it a fresh challenge for both solo and multiplayer players seeking authentic World War II strategy. On the Western Front is a deeply detailed World War I strategy game that puts you in command of a single division amidst the chaos of trench warfare. From January 1915 onward, you manage platoons, build trenches, dig tunnels, set barbed wire, and choose unit types carefully to break the stalemate. Weather, time of day, and morale all affect your decision, while clever use of shell types and reconnaissance can turn the tide. The learning curve is steep, but mastering its system offers a rewarding, realistic experience of the Western Front's brutal campaigns. Patience and strategy are key in this hidden gem. Spearhead 2 is an intense modern tank simulator that successfully built on the cult classic while expanding its scope and tactical depth. Players take control of highly detailed armored vehicles, from M1A2 Abrams tanks to IFVs and APCs, navigating destructible battlefields across Europe and the Middle East. The game balances realism with fast-paced action. Vehicle interiors are fully modeled, handling feels authentic, and every decision from firing solutions to infield repairs can determine mission success. Solo missions are engaging, but the co-op gameplay for up to 16 players truly shines, rewarding coordination, communication, and strategic thinking. Whether ambushing convoys, defending bases, or clearing urban zones, Spearhead 2 creates a tense, high-stakes experience that keeps you on edge. With its combination of tactical depth, immersive environments, and teamwork-focused gameplay, this sequel is a standout for fans of armored warfare and modern military strategy. Armored Brigade II is a Cold War real-time wargame that blends large-scale tactical operation with realistic battlefield simulation. Developed by Fatica Studios and published by Matrix Games, this sequel upgrades the original's 2D engine to full 3D, making terrain analysis and line-of-sight management far more intuitive. It covers conflict from 1965 to 1991, featuring authentic maps, thousands of meticulously modeled units, and realistic command delays that force you to plan ahead like a real battalion commander. There's no base building or hand-holding here, just pure tactical warfare. The learning curve is steep and the presentation is functional rather than flashy. But if you're a fan of titles like Combat Mission or Flashpoint campaigns, this game hits a sweet spot between approachability and realism. It's designed for dedicated wargamers who value depth over spectacle. Strategos is a real-time tactics wargame that dives deep into classical antiquity, offering over 120 factions and 250 unique units at launch. Unlike Total War, Strategos focuses entirely on the battlefield itself. No overworld management here, making every engagement a tense, hands-on experience. The game emphasizes morale, leadership, and the subtle differences between armies, with AI smart enough to manage flanks, reserves, and coordinated attacks. Generals must stay close to their troops or send couriers, adding a layer of command realism rarely seen in modern strategy games. Whether reenacting historic battles or crafting your own, Strategos delivers a complex, tactical playground for strategy enthusiasts, balancing massive armies, advanced formations, and historical authenticity in every clash. It's a wargamer's dream for those who love granular control. The Lost General is a real-time strategy game that puts you in command of massive modern armies across procedurally generated islands, each up to 400 km². You issue high-level orders by drawing attack or defense arrows, and your troops, vehicles, and supply lines execute them automatically. capture cities, manage resources, and build factories, defenses, and infrastructure to support your war effort. Unlike traditional RTS games, you focus on grand strategy rather than micromanaging every unit, while still being able to zoom in on battles. With both single-player and multiplayer modes, The Lost General offers a unique blend of modern warfare, economy, and strategic depth.
War is upon us, General.
Master of Command turns the spotlight onto your army rather than an empire, offering a tactical experience that's as punishing as it is rewarding. That during the 7 Years' War, the game blends real-time battles with deep army management. You don't just fight, you keep your men fed, equipped, and alive. Morale, stamina, terrain, and timing all influence outcomes, making even small skirmishes tense and unpredictable. With over 150 historical units, fully customizable regiments, and procedurally generated regions, every campaign feels unique. Officers gain experience, troops evolve, and every loss carries weight, giving a real sense of continuity and consequence. The combination of large-scale strategy, personal army storytelling, and unforgiving tactical combat makes Master of Command a refreshing and immersive experience for any fan of historical strategy.
You must press on. If you make it far enough, you'll raise more than a division. You'll raise an army. Just be sure.
Ahoy promises a deep, multiplayer naval adventure set in the 1780s Caribbean, blending exploration, trade, and intense ship-to-ship combat. You will manage both player and AI crews, navigating wind, weather, and logistics while engaging in historically accurate naval battles. The game's attention to detail is impressive. Every ship cabin, rope, and hinge is based on real 18th century designs, giving a sense of authenticity rarely seen in maritime games. Beyond combat, players will have to make strategic decisions about trading routes, crew management, and resource allocation, which can influence their reputation and alliances. While multiplayer PvP is a key feature, the community expresses concern over grieving and toxic players, making a solid PvE or single-player mode highly desirable. Still, the idea of cooperative voyages, dynamic encounters, and strategic ship handling makes Ahoy an ambitious and intriguing title, offering both a challenging and immersive experience for fans of sailing, naval warfare, and Age of Sail.
But never at our final destination.
Ground of Aces may not be a war game in traditional sense, but it still offers a unique and compelling take on World War II strategy. Rather than commanding armies on battlefield, the game focuses on managing an airbase, sending planes on missions, and keeping your crews alive and motivated. Even in its early access form, it already feels feature-complete, offering a rich mix of base building, resource management, and tactical planning. You start by choosing your airbase location, constructing airstrips, shelter, and workstation, then assigning crew to maintain planes, handle repairs, and prepare for missions. Supplies must be gathered from surrounding environment, adding an extra layer of challenge and immersion. Missions test your planning and timing, with bombings and enemy raids keeping tension high. Despite some quirks, such as the resource gathering for air crews, Ground of Aces is an engaging simulation that blends historical flavor, strategic decision-making, and base management in a way few World War II games attempt. Task Force Admiral Volume 1 American Carrier Battles is a detailed single-player wargame focusing on commanding US Navy carrier task force during the early Pacific War of 1942. As Admiral, you manage your carriers, supporting ships and air groups to seek out and destroy enemy forces while protecting your fleet. Unlike many strategy games, it blends realism with accessibility. No dice rolls, arbitrary stats, or artificial fog of war. Instead, you experience real-time naval command, complete with advanced ballistics, historical ship and aircraft models, and immersive audio visuals. The game offers a fully 3D operational environment where air and naval units move and fly continuously, giving players a visceral understanding of carrier warfare skill and timing. Historical battles like Coral Sea and Midway are recreated, with optional hypothetical scenarios. With possible real-time, time compression, and extensive scenario-building tools, Task Force Admiral delivers a modern, highly authentic World War II carrier simulation that pays homage to classic naval wargames while introducing innovative mechanics. Thanks for watching, I hope this video helped. Support the channel by liking and subscribing, and stay tuned for more strategy game content. See you next time.